Welcome in, everyone. This is lalanascrochet. I'm Lalana. I haven't been feeling good, but beyond that, I've been chilling because, I can't work if I'm sick or kids are sick or, whatever. So I'm making this sweater. Well, this sweater. So now I'm working on the arms. I hope it turns out nice. I'm really just, I'm trying. I'm not very confident in my sweater making just because I've only made one, well, two, I guess. But I'm just putting half double crochets around the granny squares so that I can, when I attach them and I start going around, I don't have as much to go. I don't know. I'm like part of the decorations is kind of what I'm doing. So that's it so far. That's actually all I've been working on. No, that's not true. You see my bag back here. For some reason, my basket tipped over. What is this, a nut? But I also hung my bird back up behind me so my cats stop running around like crazy cats in the middle of the time. But I did my bag, and here's the sides because it's kind of a squared off bag. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna make a granny strip around here and sew that on so it kind of finishes it off. And then I'm still debating about the handles, but we'll see. Yeah, see, I have a little thing going on, I think. It's okay. I'm gonna live. But I let it get to, it's 67 degrees in here. I'm so excited about it. The dogs are outside doing their doggy thing. But anyways, I let it get chilly in here. I have my blanket on me, and I got the sweater on me. I got my slippers on. It's nice. And my daughter's, she's doing laundry. I'm surprised she hasn't come. Oh, because I haven't told her the washer's done. Tell her it's singing your song. But I also need to get on my computer and start doing that stuff. And I made a video last couple days. I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't. You guys deserve better from me than a low energy video. I mean, not that I'm bouncing around and doing jumping jacks, but And I was watching Angie on the Fabulous Empty Nester. She likes her granny squares. But that kind of made me like, okay, I need to just do it. Get them put together. So today I finished the granny squares because I almost had enough to make the arms. And I mean, they're not hard. It's a granny square. It's 4 rounds. Come on. So I finished those up, and then I stuck them all together, and now I'm creating a border around them, and then I'm gonna put them on where they go on the top. Hopefully this is gonna be on the inside, but I'm still gonna trim it a bit. Don't need little fluffies getting caught on stuff. She's the girl I'm making this for, the lady I'm making it for, she works in a vet's office. She's a vet tech, and she's very good at her job. And one time I was doing this, I was cutting off an extra, because you know how you crochet over the ends. Well, I was crocheting over the end of sticking these two together. And, well, not this one, but one further back. And I was cutting it, and I barely tip of my scissors snipped my working yarn. I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? Yes, I was not happy. I was, and I don't even know, like, it's not even that big of a deal. I just, tied it together. But the bird, my cats, oh my goodness, they had started being crazy. They were like going banana balls out here. Like, especially like at night when we're sitting here trying to watch TV and relax and not do much. They were running around acting like fools. Oh my goodness, it was nuts. It's like, why are they doing this? I was like, you know what? It's because they're bored. They have nothing to do but fight with each other, chase each other around in the evenings. I'm like, I'm going to get that bird. I'm going to put the bird back so they have something else to do. Put the bird back. They're both taking naps. They played with it for a while, both of them. In fact, she was on the floor and he was on the back of this chair. And they were playing with it. And yeah. Now they're both tired because they were playing with the like, oh, Mom is so smart. Well, to them, I'm their granny. So, because they were my stepson's girlfriend brought them in while she was here for fall break a couple years ago now. I've had them a couple years. And they were like 2 or maybe 3 days old when she brought them in because they were stuck. One of them was stuck in the dashboard of one of the dead trucks out there. And so William saved them and brought them in. So, and I bought milk and bottles and things like that for her to feed them. So that first week, because they were here, she was here a whole week, she took care of them 24 hours a day. And I was actually surprised she took really good care of the cats. And then break was over. So guess who had to take care of the cats? But by then they could go for 4 or 5 hours without being fed. So at night I would sleep. I only sleep like 5 hours anyway at night. So I would feed them before I went to bed and feed them first thing in the morning when I got up. So, and I ended up, of course, I love them now because they're my kittens. I took care of them. So I'm their granny. Because I took care of them and their mommy was my stepson's girlfriend that they broke up. And now I still have the cats. Of course. I'm not going to get rid of them. I love them. And they have twins outside, cousins and whatnot. Because they were feral cats. Because, I have farmland, and that's what you do, is have cats in your barn to keep the mice away and the snakes and the raccoons. I wish they'd keep the dang skunks away. But yeah, I saw a rabbit the other day in the neighbor's yard. I normally don't see wildlife of any kind because of my livestock guardian. She keeps the wildlife away. And leaves piles of dirt on my floor. She's starting to get old. Her end is near. It's so sad. You can see it. And I'm just putting half double crochets all the way around because I did the whole sweater is half double crochet. And it's not a big chunky sweater, but it's going to be a bigger one. It's going to be a nice sturdy sweater, of course, because this blue and black here is wool. A wool blend of some kind with a lot of halo. If you know what that means, that just means it's fuzzy. So it's extra fuzzy yarn. And yeah, it gets caught in your hook. Like, why do I work with this? Why do I work with it? Because it was free. It was free yarn. Oh, looky, and here's a little end to trim. Doot. I did. And then I saved my ends. They're all going in my little container down there. Now I'm going to have to find an amigurumi I like. Well, actually, I could make my daughter something to dangle from her rear view mirror. She had a ghost and a pumpkin. Did I make them something for Christmas? I can't remember. She does have a little basket of strawberries. It's a little bitty basket, but it's very pretty. I didn't make it. You're like, well, Mom, it's okay. You said it was probably cheaper to just buy it. It probably was. It probably cost her $15 to buy it, and my time. I was in one of my non-videos. I was saying how I feel like I have all these projects. I really don't. I have projects that I work on once a week, or that the next part of it comes out once a week. So I have a whole week to finish that part, and I don't know why I was feeling overwhelmed. And my stuff that I normally, like, I do have my knitting. See my basket tipped, but I do have my knitting, but it's not, it's 10 minutes a day. It's 10 minutes a day. So I'm like, why am I stressing out? Like, I feel like I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know if it's because I don't feel good. And I don't really have a lot of, like, I have 2 luck of the draw. And one of my luck of the draws is a double dipper from my Crochet Critters, make along. And then I have Hooker versus Hooker, which my project for this month is already done. And then I have my birthstone cowl from Critters Crochet. The next squares for that comes out next month. Like, I think it's just myself. Look at my lighting. Because the sun's starting to go down. So my light's going away. But, and now I got a new laptop. My husband bought me. So I'm probably never going to edit very much. But to where I could put a beginning and an ending. Which I'm not sure if I want to bother. I mean, come on. We just sit here and chat. I don't need to be fancy. Although I do recognize the people that I follow the most. I can recognize what's coming. Like, I can just keep it on play in my YouTube, and it just continues. I can tell what's coming on and who's talking by the sound of their beginning, their intro. Like a regular show, you know? But I try to start all mine with, hello, welcome to lalanascrochet. I'm Lalana. A lot of times I do that because people can't say my name. So I try to say my name at the beginning so people can understand it. My daughter and I were talking today. Apparently I discussed quite a few things with her today. something about, oh, because she's getting a new job. And something happened with her social security number. She had to clear something up. And I mean, you know, sometimes things just happen. And she said, you know, this happened too when she applied for college or something. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, somebody obviously has a name really close to hers. And then so she goes, well, Mom, you guys gave all of us really common names. I said, my name is Lalena. Come on. She's like, I know. I was like, well, and if you had let me if your father would have let me name you what I wanted to, you wouldn't be having this problem right now. I wanted her name to be Andromeda so that I could call her Andy. I thought that was the cutest thing. But nope. So she's like, I know. You don't gotta preach to me. She's like, I didn't want to be named Andy anyway. Well, now you get the trouble of having a common name. Like Harry Potter. Harry Potter has a nasty common name. But it is like my ex-husband's name is Ernesto. So, and my name is Lalena. We named them easy names. But his sister did the same thing because their last name, they have a fancy last name when she married. And so she named her daughters simple names. So Tammy and Monica, and you know, I mean, she didn't want them to have fancy first name, fancy last name. So I don't blame them. We kind of did the same thing once we could agree. We discussed for months my oldest son's name. So we finally ended up agreeing on a first name, and then we gave him my dad that adopted me. We gave him his middle name. So, and it fit. It just rolls right off the tongue. Yeah. That gives me, I was telling a story vibes. It was a sunny day. Of course, I live in Arizona, so most days are sunny days. We were driving around Tucson. I can even tell you what street we were on when we finally decided. I don't know what we were doing up there. Probably going to see my stepdad and my stepsister. We used to run around up there a lot. I think my voice is a little off. Probably because my throat hurts a bit. Cat's over there licking the bottom of his foot. I tease them all the time that they have poo-poo paws. Like, why are you licking that? That's gross, your poo-poo paws. Or get your poo-poo paws off my countertops, because they're on the floor in the kitchen. They probably do get up there when we're not out here, which, as long as I don't see it, I mean, I wipe the counters off all the time. Anyways, they stand on the floor and they reach their little paws up and they stretch to try to get to talk to me on the counter, like they're getting my attention. Like, you keep your poo-poo paws on the ground. Sorry, ma'am. I did dust yesterday. I had chores. And Christmas is gone, except for, you can see my 3 snowmen. I keep keep forgetting to put that away. I'll probably get it today. I haven't really left this chair in a while. I'm gonna have to here soon. Because they just fit right there, like. And it says greetings, and it's winter. Snowmen are winter. But I took all Christmas down, and so it's just the regular living room decorations now. My husband's like, yes, you need to put something in, because I had put most of Christmas away. And he's like, you need to get the decorations out. That naked table over there, it just looks too naked. We need something. I don't like the clutter, but I like the decorations. So, anyways, that was my day yesterday. What did you guys do? I worked on, what did I work on? I worked on that blanket that lady gave me, this one. This brown blanket, brown granny square. It's getting pretty big. I need to decide when to put the color back in. Might see, there's enough I can probably do. I think I'm gonna do like an accent round, like 2 rounds. It probably was like that, but there's only 1 ball of the color left. So I might do 2 rounds. Now that it's getting pretty wide, I might do 2 rounds of the color and then save the last of it for a border, put the colored border around. Or put a row around the edge and then put the border in brown. Ooh, Lena, smart. See how I start thinking? And then, yeah, Duck Duck dishcloth is, I'm all caught up on the dishcloths. Like I've been on top of it. And I have a blanket that I take with me, and my socks. I should get on my socks too. Maybe I'll do that tonight. See, my thing is in the evenings, this light, we don't like it because it's so bright. It like lights up the whole this one light right here. So I turn it and put it kind of behind me so it's not out here in the living room area. Because my husband, he's like, can you turn it? It's kind of blinding me. And it does. It gets kind of bright. So, yeah, I can turn it. So then I try to work on a project that I don't need a lot of light for. Although I do have a neck light. I could do that. I need to get that out. Make sure it's charged. That's a good idea. I'll do that when I'm done here. Because then I can do that. And get my socks worked on. And I don't know what these little hairs are. I'm tempted to think that they're the new dog. But I can't imagine why. But she doesn't, having hair on stuff doesn't affect her because she works at the vet's office. Did I go around both sides on the other one? I don't think I did. Did I? I didn't. I'm going around the end on this side. I didn't go around the end on this side. Oh, guess I better fix that. The arms are supposed to match, Lalena. Are you guys whispering that? The arms are supposed to, or yelling? The arms are supposed to match, Lalena. There you go. I only wanted to make it just slightly larger so that I have less so I don't have to worry about as much ease on the arms. Because the last sweater I made was Juan's chunky chunky sweater. And which it came out really well. Like, I did have to modify because I wasn't making a chunky sweater, but I do want this one to be a little bit more chunky because, I don't know, just because I want it that way, I guess. I suppose. So, how am I gonna do? Let's see. I can hear you chewing on wood out there. My dogs like to take wood from the wood pile into the yard and chew on it. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. Because they're dogs. Although, chewing on a hunk of wood is better than some things they could be chewing on out there. So, I told my husband, I was like, you know what? You might as well just let it be. Let them do it. When they pull a piece from the bottom of the pile and it falls, they'll learn to not take wood from the wood pile. I mean, it's not very tall, but still. And then we got wood all over the damn yard. My husband goes and collects it. My tenant, she'll go and collect it. Load it all back up again. What? The dogs. They're so lucky we love them. She's a horse person, and I've noticed that horse people, they're different about their dogs. Their dogs aren't really pets. They're more employees. Like their pets are, their dogs are working animals, and they need to, like they don't really get attached like to their dogs the way most people do. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I'm just saying that that's just how they are. Like, they're more attached to their horses than their dogs. So they need dogs to help work their cattle and protect their property and things, but the dogs are more employees than pets. They have a different way of thinking and treating them than those of us who have dogs as pets. Spoil and treat our dogs. And cats. I have to say, my cats are also pretty spoiled. So, well, considering they are inside, like my outside cats, when my daughter's cats moved in, it was pretty funny. There were like 7 outside cats sitting on top of the vehicles outside, because my husband we have a lineup. He's a mechanic. So they were out there watching because her cats were in the window. And my outside cats noticed. Like, my outside cats, it's live or die out here. And a lot of them stay for a really long time. They have good long lives out here. And they were sitting there staring at Lexi's cats in the window. Like, what is going on out there? So, and of course, as soon as we go out there, they run away. But I was like, what are you doing? Because they're all feral. They're not, they're not pets. They're here to work, and I feel terrible, but I can't not have them. So I'm gonna try to finagle this, I think. I'm thinking too hard. It's making my brain itch. We'll see how this works. Since I forgot, I'm going to stick these two together. And we're going to pretend that they were, that they were stuck together on purpose when I crocheted the whole thing. Right? Right. That's exactly what I'm doing. See? Can't tell. And hide the end. If I can get it in there. Come on! I like to go between the threads of some of the stitches because I feel like the friction of them rubbing against each other makes them less likely to come out. So we'll see. Hopefully this works. I mean, the placement where this is going to be in the sweater, it's going to be at the top of the arm, like right here. I mean, it's fine. It's going to be fine. Nobody's going to know. You guys watch those on the interwebs? Nobody's going to know. They're going to know. Nobody's going to know. They're going to know. With this, nobody's going to know. Ha ha. Now hopefully I can do the other side and make it look just as good. We shall see. Except now I'm going to have to hide two ends because I used I tied off right there. Maybe I should do this. What? No, Lorena. Here, let's do this. Do it around twice. There we go. Look at that. We were watching something the other day. What is it called? Dark Winds? I love that show. It's very interesting. It's about Indians. But it's like a mystery. Like a murder mystery, and it's placed here in Arizona. So you see all the beautiful scenery, and yeah, it's amazing. It's like, look at that. If we just watch and we see, because the scenery is familiar, you know, it's Arizona desert. So yeah, we love it. My husband fell asleep last night watching it. I was like, haha, I got to see the whole episode. Now I get to watch it again so that he's caught up. Yeah, I think that's good. I need to watch the end of my little nippers. See how fine they are. Nip, nip, nip. Yeah, and that's what when I can't see something, I close this eye because this eye is just glass. This eye is, or is it? That's the opposite. This eye is glass. This eye has this prescription, except for my bifocals. So when I'm getting close, when I need to look at something really close, this eye is better. So I close this eye so I can see better. So when you see me doing that, yeah, that's why that happens, because Lena has the glaucoma. I tell ya, I want a different needle. I thought I had two up here, because I have my little magnets. I thought I had two darning needles out here. Apparently I don't. Or one is somewhere it shouldn't be. But it's okay, I like this one too because it's got the bent tip. See me closing my eye again? It's got the bent tip. Oh, and it's perfect right there on that black doobie. Well, I guess that's the lamp stand. It's a tubie. I'm just gonna hide this and then I'll let you guys go, and then next time you can see my progress on this sweater. Because Haley gets a sweater. All right, thank you for joining me. Hit the like and the subscribe, because you know subscribing is free. Liking is also free, and that helps my algorithm. All that fancy YouTube-y stuff that I'm starting to learn. And it also helps so that other people can find me when they need somebody to sit and crochet with. Yeah. Because Juan's right, Juan the Yarn Addict. Crochet and knitting is kind of a lone person task. And we can sit in for hours and do this. And if we're sitting for hours by ourselves, I mean, a lot of times that's peaceful, don't get me wrong. But it also gets pretty lonely. So that's why I like having people join me, so that we all have somebody to sit with and do our craft, whether it's knitting or crochet or the diamond painting, or doing the dishes with me in the background, folding the laundry with me in the background, you know, whichever you're doing. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy hooking.